Okay, I am most everywhere right now. Let me see how choppy everything is. Oh, wow, I am live. How choppy everything is. Testing, 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 testing. Testing, 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 testing. Okay, it seems all right. I need to check LinkedIn though real quick. I'm going to try to do this again. If anybody is having trouble hearing me, let me know, because I would prefer not to do another 5-minute crafts on this. Or not 5-minute crafts, 5-minute hacks. Let's see. Oh man, it gets subtitled too. Nice, LinkedIn. Okay, so if you have subtitles, that's even better. You don't even have to listen to me ramble on about everything. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I'm going to go through the Department of Labor again, because the last time my audio was messing up, so I have changed vendors. Whenever something goes bad, you can always change to a different technology. So let me share my screen. I want to share my entire screen. Share screen. Entire screen. This one, here we go. Also share system audio, yes. Because otherwise you won't be able to hear me. Okay, here we are. All right. So, Department of Labor, take 2. Let me make this bigger. So, if you go to the U.S. Department of Labor, there's a lot of information here. You can get a lot of different types of information, compensation research, strikes and lockouts. Strikes and lockouts, okay. Detail must. So just there's a ton of information here, and this is all free to utilize. Well, that's actually interesting. Look, these are the strikes that are going on right now. So if anybody's looking for mechanical engineers, Trucking Management Incorporated. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Well, they got the number of workers here too. So just a huge amount of information on the Department of Labor, and really underutilized, in my opinion, and not talked about enough. Well, except now I'm talking about it. But there's data tools, like you can look at the inflation calculator. I don't know what all of this stuff is, but it's kind of like OSINT stuff. There's a ton out here. So like if I made, let's say I made, let's see, like $50,000, right? So just all kinds of stuff. So has the same buying power of 91. That's pretty cool, actually. That's pretty cool. Let's do it by 2020, right? So, okay, cool stuff. I'm gonna have to come in here and mess around later. So there's employment figures, all kinds of competitive intelligence type of stuff. Get information about the industries, really like super informative type of stuff. Manufacturing, where's tech? Do they have tech? I don't really see tech. Yeah. And if anybody wants to drop in a comment, that would be great, so I can make sure my comments are working. But the main thing that I use this for is what I have bookmarked here, is the list of SOC. What does SOC stand for? Occupation profiles. So you can basically pull a full report on any one of these job titles, and it's pretty general, because I was looking for like a IT SARS SOX on our Sarbanes-Oxley type of auditor, and that's going to be too specific. It has to be mainly something more general. So, but let me drop this link in the chat so that everybody has it. Okay. And that should be on at least YouTube and Twitch. I don't know if LinkedIn Live is live now. But you can also copy that if you can see that. I can't make it bigger. Maybe I'll just put this in LinkedIn real quick, just to make sure. Actually, I'll put it in the comments afterwards. It should be on my YouTube page. It should be in my YouTube chat. So if you're not on my YouTube chat, you can go there to get it, because I see it in the YouTube chat. But this is really cool because, like, you can look by category, like legal occupations, and you've got lawyers, law clerks. I want to do something. Oh, teachers. We should do teachers. Let's do physics teachers, because I've been watching a lot of Big Bang Theory lately. And so this is like a full breakdown. This is a full breakdown of all of the physics teachers post-secondary in as of May of 2022. So pretty recent information. Annual wage across the nation. Mean annual wage is a little bit lower than the national one. Industries, junior colleges, professional schools. The heat maps are what I really like. I really like these maps because it tells you so much about what's going on. So you can see where these physics teachers are mostly employed. Texas, the dark green states, you have the most physics teachers. Okay. The highest number of employment in the highest states with the highest employment of these types of teachers, physics teachers. And what is this? This is where they're located, where most of them are located. A highest concentration of jobs and location quotas in physics teachers. Delaware. Okay, that's a hotbed. Delaware's a hotbed for physics. District of Columbia. Look at this, Maryland. So if I was looking for physics teachers, I would be looking here. This would be where I would be looking, right there. So let's try something else. Registered nurses. Let's look. No, nurse anesthesia. Something I can't say. Anesthesias. Again, you get the hourly mean wage. Outpatient care centers. And where these folks are located, or the employment of nurses, who's employing the most? Texas Medical Center. And you can see these graphs have changed a little bit. Biggest high employment of nurse anesthesists. Florida, Michigan, Ohio, Texas. Look at the average mean wage too. That's the annual mean wage and the hourly mean wage. Look at that. In Texas, it's over $200,000. That's crazy. I mean, that's how in the market these nurses are. So look at this. With the highest concentration of jobs, Minnesota, average mean wage is $222,000. That's nuts. California, obviously. I don't know what the .5 means, but and what is this? Employment. So it's just another representation of employment of nurse anesthesiast. Anesthesiast. I almost said it. Please make fun of me later. And the highest employment level: New Jersey, Chicago, Detroit. That makes sense. I know Houston, Woodlands, Sugar Land. That's where a lot of hospitals are in the Houston area. So I know and also the Texas Medical Center. That also comes into account as well. Texas Medical Center and the Woodlands and Sugar Land are very far apart. They're about an hour apart from each other. So, but this is really cool information. And again, it's all free. I want to try something else just to show you guys and gals. Firefighters. Here we go. So when I was working in the hospital, cooks were always hard to find. And this would be a good way to find out where to go find them. If you're on a national type of level, look at that, Hawaii. That's crazy. Top paying states for chefs and head cooks. Well, that makes sense. Let me go try something else. So lots of great information. And again, if you're looking for something that's emergency medicine physicians, that's ringing a bell right here. Those folks are hard to find because I've sourced them before. So this is a great example. Emergency medicine physicians. Where do those folks live? Where are those folks employed? Not in Texas. That's why it was so hard to find anybody in Texas. Look at that map. So where would you go? I mean, really, the outlier areas. Maybe Florida. Maybe up north to get them away from up north. But this is where they're all being employed. All these big hospitals over here. So you can really nerd out with this stuff. Look, there's nobody. That's actually kind of strange in my opinion, because I mean, emergency medicine is needed. Employment of emergency medicine physicians by area. So very little in my neck of the woods, but right around the East Coast, Florida. Maybe what is that? That's New Mexico. Maybe New Mexico would be your best shot if you're looking anywhere around these areas. Metropolitan areas with the highest concentration of jobs and locations in emergency medicine physicians. Much easier to say. Virginia, Florida, Minnesota, Colorado. And there's so much more. I'm just showing you one feature of the Department of Labor. Like I said earlier, there's much more that you can do. So there's the link to this. It's up there. It's in the chat. This was something else that I clicked on. But yeah, go to these government sites can hold so much information. It's ridiculous that we're not using these as much as we could. Look, here's resources for job seekers. If you're looking for jobs, developers, what are we looking for? Developers, business leaders. So yeah, this is definitely worth taking a dive into and seeing what's out there. Like look at this. You can find a job. You can look U.S. jobs at VLS. So if you're mathematics, data scientist, information specialist, USA Jobs I've heard of. I don't know about Career One Stop. That might be an unemployment thing. Oh no, that's a career training. But lots of resources here for job seekers, for developers. It tells you about their API. Does it have a list of developers? And business leaders. This is more general information for hiring. But yeah, so it is at the top of the hour. I have to actually get on a call and call a job seeker about a job here. But this is all great. So yeah, definitely utilize stuff like this. You can find everything from, today we looked at inflation calculators to calculate the rise of inflation, job seeker sites, tons and tons of data, tons of information about regional hiring and what's going on in the world. And it's as of 2022. So I would say that's pretty recent. It's not like 5 years ago or something like that. So pretty recent information. Hopefully they'll keep recording this and the government won't shut down. So they'll keep recording it for 2023. But yeah, hopefully this is helpful. And yeah, please share and subscribe. And just as another note, if you like the shirt that I'm wearing, I've got a merch store on my YouTube page now. So let me see if I can type it up. Let me see if I can find it real quick before I get on this call. If you want to be part of the nerd herd. And shout out to Marvin Booker. I told him, I was just saying, hey, can you look on my website? And he went and bought a shirt. I love that. Like, you didn't have to buy a shirt. But it was cool to know that people like the design. So let me pull up that info. Because it's not showing up in my... Oh, here we go. This is my latest video. Yeah, that's it. My first attempt at going to the Department of Labor. So I'll also drop that in the chat. But my brother designed the design. He did a really good job on it. And I really like the shirt. So if you do want a shirt, you can. There's several colors. You can get hoodies, whatever you want. But yeah, I do this for free. So if you can't support the stream, I appreciate it. Thanks, and see you on the next one.